Well, here we are 12 months later, and I've made some headway on the layout, but the question is it enough? We'll talk about that right now here on the main track. Well, howdy everyone, welcome to the main track. It's great to see you, and I hope you're having a great 2025 so far. Well, if you follow us on our Facebook page, you've likely seen me posting some pictures in recent weeks about progress I've been making here on the layout. And as you can see here, I at least have enough track down now where I can run some trains back and forth and have some cool run-by shots like this. Now, the scenery here is pretty much still in the rough draft stage, but I have the ballast on the track, also some greenery. This grass here will be replaced by static grass here sometime in the coming weeks, which will look a lot nicer than this ground foam that I have currently. That's simply to hide the barren tabletop look for now. Now, aside from the layout, one thing I have been working on in recent months is this Rapido GP38. Well, it's easy to see this was originally a Conrail unit, but I've used some decals to patch this out to represent one of Katie's former Conrail units that it had on the railroad, both GP38s and GP40s. Of course, I still have to weather this thing up, but I have taken care of some of the details, such as the patch outs, and also installing the engineer side all-weather window. I'll also be adding the flashing strobe beacon on top and painting the white handrails yellow as Katie did whenever they got a hold of these former Conrail units. Now, in my last video, I was giving you guys an update on some of my bench work progress. So far, I have about 50 feet by 20 feet of that done. Still a long ways to go down here in the basement. Now, in that video, I mentioned how I wished I was a little further along in the process here. Well, as model railroaders, it's pretty easy to get antsy and want to see your dreams come to reality sooner than later. But some of you guys offered some pretty encouraging words, reminding me that this is just a hobby, it's for fun, and there's no race involved. And so with that, I've decided to give myself a break of sorts and simply reflect on what I have done so far in the last 12 months. And that is one of the fun things about documenting your layout progress through video like this, is you're able to take these old clips out and look back and see what you've accomplished so far. Now, first up, I want to look back at my old layout, which featured the Katy Railroad around Sedalia, Missouri. It was by no means close to being finished, but it was coming along in certain parts. Now, it was about 1 year ago that I tore down the old layout to start over. My original Sedalia sub layout was in my garage of my previous house. I've kind of made the joke in some videos that I found a new basement that happened to have a house on top, so I'm certainly thankful for all the space I have to build this layout. I will tell you, though, ripping it down was the hard part, but of course it was all for a good cause. Now, my original plan when I took down the layout was to reuse the parts in the new incarnation of the layout in my new place, and I had constructed everything in segments, kind of like modules, knowing that I would be moving someday. Well, next, after I made the move, I had to get my basement ready. Now, I kind of gave you a little tour and showed you how the entire level was sectioned off into several rooms by the previous owner, into several different bedrooms, but of course I needed a big open space for the layout. So first, we had to get to work tearing down the walls and ripping up the floors. So it took quite a while to get all of that done through the long winter months, and made a pretty big mess, so you can imagine I'm pretty glad to get that done. Now, looking back through my old video clips, I see I didn't even get the first bit of bench work with that first module up until May, so about 9 months ago. Well, even then, all I had down was a barren top and a stretch of track just so I could run a train back and forth and scratch that itch. And getting that up and running was a little but encouraging sign we were actually starting to get somewhere. Now, about those plans to reuse the portions of the old layout, that has not exactly worked out like I thought it would. Even though I built everything to break down and reassemble, things have not gone back together correctly, and things really were never the same when I tried to put the pieces back together. So what I've done is pretty much start from scratch again. The silver lining there is it's allowed me to start over with some of my lessons learned from the last time. Well, there had been several areas of the old layout that I would look out, and I thought to myself, if I could do this again, I would change this or that. And so with this new chapter, it's allowed me to go back and make some of those tweaks. And since then, I have been making some progress, slowly but surely, and you know how it goes with this hobby. Sometimes you have days and weeks where life gets busy, and you don't quite get as much done compared to other times. And so what I have done so far is some bench work and some basic scenery on a couple of sections, including my main wall, which allows for a nearly 50-foot long run. I've also roughed in the area representing the town of Ladue, Missouri, which was a small community with a grain elevator and a passing siding. There's not a whole lot to the community, but it gives me at least one customer to switch out for some very bare bones operating sessions by myself. Now, a little bit of a reminder about the background of what I'm doing here. I'm modeling the MKT line between Parsons, Kansas and St. Louis, in particular a 55-mile stretch between Appleton City, Clinton, and Sedalia. Now, one thing that's different about this incarnation is that I'm starting at the south end and building from there. Now, in my first version, I started in Sedalia and was working south. Well, this time I'm starting down in Appleton City and Ladue and working my way back north towards Sedalia. This all has to do with how the basement is shaped and the order in which I have to build the sections as I make renovations to the room itself. While I'm not reusing the modules, I am able to repurpose all of the structures from Sedalia, and I was able to scrap the segments and reuse all of the lumber to be reincorporated into this new one. Basically everything except for the track and scenery base has been reused in one form or another. So I still have a ways to go, but I guess I have made some headway over the last year. But this is one of those hobbies that takes time, so I'm going to enjoy it, and remember there's no race to the finish line. It's easy to forget that sometimes when you visit amazing layouts and can't wait to have something like that of your own, but even then very few modelers get those types of results, those sizes of layouts, overnight. You've likely heard that saying that a model railroad layout is never really done, so in this year I'll have to remind myself to relax and enjoy the journey a lot more. Of course, I'm looking forward to making a lot more progress over the next 12 months, and I thank all of you guys for tuning in every month as we go step by step in this process of constructing my HO scale Sedalia subdivision layout. So with that, I'll leave you guys with this question. How much headway do you normally make in about a year's time on your layout? And would you consider your layout close to being done, or do you have a ways to go still like I do? So go ahead and let me know down in the comments below, and I'll look forward to reading those and chatting with you sometime soon. And I want to wish all of you all aboard and all the best in this new year, and we'll see you next time right here on the main track.